Hello children, this is the next video 5. And I was doing example problems from the textbook. We have done example 1 there. You have to write down all this in your fair books. Now example 2, see, in all the sums there is one speciality, something special is there. Okay, now see, in the example 2 there, I am keeping the textbook before me so that I can just tell you there only, and so that we can go faster. That's all. Let's try. Example 2, see here, show that the points 1 7 4 2 minus 1 1 and minus 4 4, they are the vertices of a square. Vertices of a square. So if it is to be a square, now in PDF they have plotted all the points, and you can easily make out there it's a square and all. But here no, after we are not plotting everything here, we are just going to calculate and see. Even in your examination, public exam, they don't give the graph sheet and all for this. You have to do without graph. So you have to do according to the formulas only. Now in this problem, what you should do is, you have to take, now let A be equal to 1 7, B is 4 2, and C is minus 1 1, they have told here, and D is minus 4 4. If they are to be the vertices of a square, it has to follow the properties of a square. That means all four sides must be equal to each other. Now the four sides means what? The lengths of the sides. The lengths of the sides means what? It is the distance between 2 points in our coordinate geometry. That's all. So AB is equal to, now we have to consider these points as A, B, C, D, and then go on calculating their distances. So AB is equal to, now if it is to be a square, all the sides, not only the sides must be equal, but it has to follow one more property. It has to follow one more property. The property is the diagonals must be equal to each other. See, otherwise what happens is, in any other sum, they may say prove whether it is a square or a rhombus. See, even in a rhombus, all the four sides are equal. In a square, all the four sides are equal, but the diagonals are equal there. But in a rhombus, the sides are equal just like square, but the diagonals are not equal there. So whether it is a square or a rhombus means you have to calculate the diagonals, the distance, the length of the diagonals you have to calculate. If it is to be a square, you have to see whether first the sides are equal, you have to show, and then you have to show the diagonals are equal. Okay, there are some sums in the exercise show that it is a rhombus. If you are going to show that it is a rhombus, you have to show that all the four sides are equal and the diagonals are not equal. You have to show that. So I hope you understood my point. So now if it is to be a square, then you have to show all the sides equal and diagonals equal. Okay, so they have shown here AB is equal to, they have used the formula, square root of x2 minus x1 the whole squared plus y2 minus y1 the whole squared. They have used it and they got here. And I know, I hope you know, x1 minus x2 also can be written, I told you. So it is equal to, they didn't write all those steps and all. You have to sit and do it actually. It is equal to square root of 9 plus 25, which is equal to square root of 34. I hope you are seeing the textbook. BC is equal to, see, BC. BC means what? BC here. 4 minus of minus 1 it will be. So 4 plus 1 it will be. They have not written 4 minus of minus 1. That you have to understand. So 4 minus of minus 1 will be 4 plus 1 the whole squared plus 2 minus of minus 1. So 2 plus 1 the whole squared, which will be equal to square root of 25 plus 9, which is equal to square root of 34. Similarly, CD they have found now. CD. So you will be, CD is here, see. CD. So minus 1 minus of minus 4, minus 1 minus of minus 4, that will be minus 1 plus 4 the whole squared. See, they have written here. And next step, you should only think there, it is 3 the whole squared, and this will be minus 1 minus 4 the whole squared. So it will be plus 25, and Again you get here square root 34. So similarly, see, CD is square root 34, DA is also square root of 34. By using that formula, all the four sides are equal, you have shown here. But now the next point also has to be shown, the diagonals AC. AC, in case of AC, what you should think of? A's point, you should think at it is x1 y1, and C's points you have to think it as x2 y2, and then apply the formula. So A is here, C is here. So 1 minus of minus 1. 1 minus of minus 1 will be 1 plus 1 the whole square. See, by looking at this only you can write there. Plus 7 minus of minus 1. So 7 plus 1 the whole squared, which is equal to square root of 4 plus 64, which is equal to root 68. You need not do any further calculation and all here. You should get the same answer, that's all. Now BD is equal to, also it is root 68. So what has happened here? You have calculated the lengths of the diagonals also. So since AB is equal to BC, equal to CD, equal to DA, and AC is equal to BD, all the four sides of the quadrilateral ABCD are equal and its diagonals are also equal. Therefore ABCD is a square. So this is the way you have to prove when it comes in the exam, or FA1 exam, or preparatory exam, or further exams, public exams. This is the way you have to do. So you have to look over the worked examples also. I am explaining here and you have to write down in your book. It is even given even in your PDFs. Even in your PDF the worked examples are done. So you have to do even in your textbook, in your fair book, in your classwork book. And finally, next what we'll do, we'll go to the next sum. Of course there is an alternative solution and all there, and alternative solution, you see there what they do is, we find the four sides and one diagonal, say AC as above. Here AD squared plus DC squared is equal to 34 plus 34 square root. AC, AD and DC they did, and 34 plus 34 they got as 68, which is equal to AC squared. Therefore, by the converse of Pythagoras theorem, angle D is equal to 90. You can prove like this also. The meaning is that a quadrilateral with all four sides equal and one angle 90 degrees, it is a square. Because in a rhombus, the diagonals won't make 90 degrees angle at all. The diagonals won't be at 90 degrees. So that is why they have taken here that property of the square and they have shown this. The second one, alternative, the second property, and therefore ABCD is a square. Of course you have to show first all the four sides are equal by the distance formula, and then about diagonals you can show this. Instead of calculating AC and BD, you can do this, they are telling, that's all. Okay, AD and CD you will have calculated and just square them, it will be equal to the 68 what you have got, AC squared you have got there, no? So that's why that is also one way. Now example 3, you see, it is very nice, shows the arrangement of desks in a classroom. Ashima, Bharati and Camilla are seated at 3, 1, 6, 4, 8, 6. They are the coordinates, but actually even in a classroom you can get it, first row, second row, something like that, if it is a big classroom and all. Do you think they are seated in a line, they are telling? So what they did in the picture, they have plotted the points. 3, 1 is here, 3, 1 is here, 6, 4 is here, and 8, 6 is here. Okay. Now they are asking you, give reasons for your answer for what? Do you think they are seated in a line? They will be seated in a line actually. If you join ABC, that will be a line actually, but that is not the answer. There is a theoretical point you have to show there, and if it is to be a line, you should show that those 3 points are on the line, means AB plus BC should be equal to AC. So that point you have to show them. AB means it is the distance between A and B point. BC means it is the distance between B and C. By distance formula you have to find. Then AC also you have to find. AC also you have to find, and then show them that AB plus BC is equal to AC. So that they have done here now for us. They have done and shown here. See, using the distance formula. So even in the seating arrangement, how they use this coordinate geometry, and this one you should know. Now AB is equal to root of 6 minus 3 the whole squared. I need not explain again there. 6 and 3 means what? 6 and 3 means x2 minus x1 the whole squared. 6 minus 3 the whole squared plus 4 minus 1 the whole squared, which is equal to square root 9 plus 9 square root of 18, which is 9 into 2, 9 into 2, but 9 will be outside when it comes, it will be 3, so 3 root 2, 3 root 2. Then BC is equal to, again they use the distance formula and they get their root 8, and that is equal to 2 root 2, because 4 into 2, 8 means 4 into 2, 4 will come out as 2, so 2 root 2. AC also will be root 50, they have calculated it, and it is nothing but 5 root 2. Now what has happened here? 3 root 2 plus 2 root 2, you are getting there 3 plus 2, 5, 5 root 2. So see, each and every sum is a special problem here. You have to show that they are collinear actually. A, B, C are collinear. Means what? A, B and C, they are on the same line. They can ask like that, whether they are collinear or whether they form a straight line. So if they form a straight line or if they are to be collinear, the meaning is AB plus BC is equal, should be equal to AC there. So if 3 root 2 plus 2 root 2 is equal to 5 root 2, which is equal to AC. Therefore, the points A, B and C are collinear. Therefore, they are seated in a line. That is the meaning. When they sit like that, they are all in a line actually. Not straight line, it may be a crooked line, means making an angle, inclined line. Okay, so I hope you have understood this. See, special problems they are. First one, second one, now third one we have finished. Straight line, whether it forms a triangle, whether it forms a square, what all they did in all those sums. You should remember it, and if it comes, you must be able to do in the exam. Now example 4. Find a relation between x and y such that, see, this is also a special example, and example problems I told you why they are special, because many times they select them only. They are selected for the exam. Find a relation between x and y such that the points x, y is equidistant from the point 7, 1 and 3, 5. This is also a special problem I said. Now, if the point P, X, Y, if it is to be equidistant from this point and this point, you have to find the distances and say that they are equal to each other. You should take it like that, equal to each other. See, for example, let P, X, Y be equidistant from the points A, 7, 1 and B, 3, 5. We are given that AP, that means what they have given, this P point is here, A and B are here. If they are equidistant, the distance between them, they should be equal. That is the meaning there. Equidistant means what? It is equidistant at equal distances from A and B. So what is the meaning? AP should be equal to BP. But if AP is equal to BP, listen here. AP is equal to BP, then AP squared. The meaning is AP squared is equal to BP squared. If you just square them both the sides, again they will be equal only. So if you find AP squared and BP squared also, you are finding there AP and BP only actually. In coordinate geometry, you should understand the meaning there. Because only the square root sign will go, that's all. The number will be same, but square root sign will go when you square it. That is the meaning. Now we are given that AP is equal to BP. We are given that because they are equidistant. So AP squared is equal to BP squared. Automatically you can write it. So now x minus 7 the whole squared plus y minus 1 the whole squared. It is equal to x minus 3 because the square root sign they have removed. Squared. They did squared, no? So like that. So both sides they did, and x minus 7 the whole squared plus y minus 1 the whole squared is equal to x minus 3 the whole squared plus y minus 5 the whole squared. They have just, what they did, they followed the rule x2 minus x1 the whole squared, like that only. So this xy, this is xy, and these are the coordinates here. A is 7 1 and this is 3 5. So what they did, x minus 7 the whole squared plus y minus 1 the whole squared. So easy. And then this is equal to, here now, x minus 3 the whole squared plus y minus 5 the whole squared. Now you know the formula, x squared minus 14x plus 49. You have to open this a minus b the whole squared according to that. So according to that they have done, both sides they have done. And now what happens, this x squared comes in both sides, just cancel it. Y squared all squared also comes on both the sides, you can just cancel them, and then you get x minus y is equal to 2 you will get, and which is the required relation. Relation means it may be in equation form. So they are telling you find a relation, they told us, find a relation. So find a relation means we are getting the answer in this form, x minus y is equal to 2. That itself is the answer. Now I am going to stop this. We'll go to the next video after some seconds.